how will you ever be happy if you only focus on what you don't have? And it's true, because life is not always going to be perfect. Even if you do achieve a certain amount of success, you won't have everything. Like, there will be always something you're striving for. Hey guys, welcome. My name is Melissa from thepurposecoaching.com. If you click on this video, it's because you want to create some habits that are going to help you make 2020 successful. If you saw my previous video, I talked about habits that you need to quit, so I would definitely recommend seeing that. If you followed my previous videos, you know that the last year was bad. But it's my fault. I made so many mistakes. I had so many bad habits. And the first half of the year was like shit. Financially, like health, happy wise, not happy wise. It was just bad. That was the first half of the year. Thankfully, I smartened up. One of the biggest goals and concerns I had was my health. I really wanted to make my health better this year because I've been struggling with that for a long time. And I joined boot camps and I had a trainer and I did all this stuff. I finally smartened up and got a health coach because I'm a coach and I really do believe in it. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll get a health coach. And thank God they really showed me what it is to be a healthy person, to have habits that make you a healthy, happy person. And it started just with that, and they really helped pull me out of a depression, and I will always be so grateful for them for that. But yeah, there was literally like a 360 from the first half of the year to the second. As soon as I implemented these habits that I'm going to tell you, these are the specific habits that literally helped me go from, not having energy in the morning, feeling depressed, every thought being negative and self-deprecating, and just being super, super negative. And I'm not like that. I'm not that kind of person, but this year just knocked me down, and I wasn't ready. And that's the thing. Don't wait for the shit to hit the fan to be ready. Last year, the year prior to this year, was great. I probably in that state of mind, I would have not really thought about or worried about these kind of habits because I was feeling so good. I didn't think I would need them. But the funny thing is if I had worked on those, which probably would have been easier because I'm already in a good mood and everything's great, then I would have been more prepared for what was coming next, because life changes and life happens. And obviously, if you're happy and if you're successful and everything's going great right now, it won't always be that way. Life is, highs and lows, but you can be better prepared for it with habits that support you. So it was the first time I went through that, and now I know what it feels like, and now I know how to get out of it if it ever happens again. So without further ado, if you want some habits that are going to help you create an amazing 2020, then keep on watching. So the first habit I want to share is always being uncomfortable. You need to always be getting out of your comfort zone. Often when changes hit our life, people that can't adapt quickly is because they're not used to growing, to being uncomfortable. And I'll be the first to say I love my comfort zone. I love routine. I love knowing I can count on something. I love having the same things. And change is hard. Any kind of change, when it comes, it completely shakes up your life, is hard. But change is just a part of life. It's always going to happen. So if you become a kind of person that is used to adapting to change, I made a video on this, I'll link it. But being someone that can go with the change, that can expect it, even, that's important. So you need to be okay with being uncomfortable. That needs to be something that you're constantly implementing, is always putting yourself in a position of getting out of your comfort zone, because there you're going to grow and there you're going to learn. You'll be able to adapt more easily when shit hits the fan. Adopt the idea of progress, not perfection. Again, this generation is not good at being patient. I'm not good at being patient. We always want things instantly, but change doesn't happen that way. Change is usually, slowly and gradual. Sometimes things happen that are life-changing events, but we don't know when those are going to come. So the only way people change is through slow steps, slow, consistent steps. So you need to be okay with that, because it becomes a part of you. It's not like a one-hit wonder. It's not like something you didn't have to work for. Progress is perfection. So progress is perfection. Next is being grateful. Again, last year, this year, and my whole, feeling sorry for myself and focusing on what wasn't working and why this was happening, I missed the whole being grateful, because there's always something to be grateful for. And Tony Robbins said something once that really hit home, is how will you ever be happy if you only focus on what you don't have? And it's true, because life is not always going to be perfect. Even if you do achieve a certain amount of success, you won't have everything. Like, there will be always something you're striving for. So what's to say that just like now, where you're only focusing on what you don't have and thinking you'll be happy later, when you do reach that point and you're reaching for the higher level and there's something else you want, you won't be happy then, because you'll just be focusing on what you don't have. So be grateful for what you have, because if you can't be happy now with these small things, you're not going to appreciate the big stuff. Next is you need to have a habit of, I can't find the right words for this, but not putting up with shit habit. One big mistake I made last year was that I kept putting up with stuff. But people would tell me like, oh, okay, yeah, it'll be ready in a week. I'm like, but you said that 2 weeks ago. Like, oh yeah, which is this? Like, you need to have a timeline. You need to have like, okay, if someone keeps giving me the same excuse for a week or 2 weeks or 30 days, whatever is fine for you. If by that time they haven't done what they said, then I need to change. I need to change something, and that includes you. If you have told yourself that, okay, I'm gonna start running every day, and it's been 30 days and you're not running, lower your goal or go hire a trainer or do something because it's not happening. It's not happening. What said was going to be done is not being done. So you need to change something. Otherwise, you're going to spend the whole fucking year waiting. And no, you're not going to get anything by waiting. You're going to get things by taking action. And by doing that, you're going to have that kind of energy about you that you get things done. You don't wait. You get things done. Spending time with people at a higher level than you. This is kind of has to do with the comfort zone as well, but not just reading. And I know a lot of you probably read and watch motivational stuff, but it's not the same as being in the same room with that higher energy. Does that make sense? Because when you're listening to podcasts or books, you're just by yourself. It's just your energy. So maybe you like what you're hearing, maybe you even get a little motivated, but it's not the same thing as like when you're in person with them. The person is in your face telling you what not to do, what you should be doing, or you need to think bigger or whatever. Like, it's different. That's what you learn from them. That's what you really see somebody when you're in front of them. So get the fuck out of your house, go to a seminar. They're not that expensive, and get out there and get with people that are 10. If you're a 7, get with people that are a 10. Or even if you're like a 3 or 4, get with people that are 8. It's only going to help you grow. Self-care. I know you hear this all the time. And if you're moaning or rolling your eyes right now because you're like, oh, I know everyone says that. Well, then you're not doing self-care. If you don't think it's important or valuable, that's because you're not doing it. And honestly, this is probably like the biggest impact or the fastest impact. That's what I mean. It worked the fastest because when you're taking care of yourself, like, that just starts your day off differently. There's something about when you woke up and you meditated, you wrote down your intention for the day, you wrote on your journal, and you let out all the negative stuff you were thinking, and you listened to something motivating, you had something healthy. Like, when you start your day off like that, everything else is extra. Does that make sense? So it really does something for your mind, for your body. And if you don't want to, fast change, you don't want to wait, that's probably what's going to get you the fastest change, is to start implementing self-care. So if you don't do it, you should start doing it. Next is have the habit of hiring a coach. Again, I will always say this, whatever it is you want to do, you are not going to get there by yourself. If you had the ability to do something on your own, you would have done it already. If you're struggling, you keep hitting roadblocks, then you probably need help. So don't be stubborn. Don't just think don't be a cheap ass and think that I can do it on my own. No, you can't. Because if you could, you would have done it already. So be real, be honest, and go hire somebody. At the very least, they'll save you half the time. Next is read. Read. There are so many people that are smarter than you, more successful than you, that were kind enough and wrote all their information and all their tips down, and you have access to it. You're an idiot if you don't read. So read. The next habit is being a healthy person. I think this is for everyone, even people that maybe they're fine with their weight. It's not just weight, it's also your mental health, it's your emotional health. If you're always tired and lack energy, that should tell you something. If you're always like negative, then your mental health, like any kind of health, like just be healthy. It's only going to help you in the long run to have more energy to enjoy this life and to do all the things you want to do. And have the habit of asking for help. Believe it or not, this is one of the things that really changed everything for me. I'm the kind of person that always just does things on my own and doesn't want to ask for help. And the kind of the same thing with a coach. You're not gonna no one gets to success on their own. So yeah, don't be afraid to talk to someone, to share. No, you're not being annoying. No, you're not being negative. No, you're not dumping on them. You're just sharing. You're just, even if you just get a third party point of view from somebody, I mean, that can help so much. So don't feel you need to carry the world on your shoulders. You don't. Share that with some people. Share that and communicate what you feel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so excited for what this New Year's are gonna bring. I know that you guys are gonna stop doing some bad habits and new ones, and just the fact that you're watching this tells me that you want a better life. I would invite you to not wait, take action. If there's anything I can help you with, you can find me on Instagram, The Purpose Coaching, DM me. I would love to help you. A great year with results for once, and results, not excuses. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment below which habit you're going to start implementing this week.